Welcome back to another episode of BaKChat. I'm Brian.
I'm Krista. It's only been 3.5 years.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah.
It feels like it's been like 84 years since I've seen you.
84 years,
84
darling.
years if it's been a day. And here we are.
We still get the giggles.
We still get the giggles. We still have the pre-production process that we've gone through.
Which involves pooping and tech trouble.
And tech trouble every time. Like,
Yeah.
we're just laughing about thinking about how we might be in the Stone Age still. Because,
of
like,
podcasting.
you look at everyone, like, that can do a podcast right now, and we're like, there's got to be an easier way.
Yeah, I think we're quite behind.
But I don't know. I tried looking into it, and I guess Audacity is still, like, one of the software platforms to use, like, a go-to. But I just don't... there's got to be a better way.
How do we aggregate the mics?
Yeah, let's access the MIDI device, and then we'll...
I'd like to add I never do any of this part. That's not my forte.
And Krista's like, oh, this is exactly how I remembered it looking. When she, like, looks over
like,
my shoulder.
It looks right. It really does, Bri. I think you've got it. How
Yeah.
do we jog your memory right now?
Literally what you said, word
I'll
for
make
word.
the tea.
Yeah, I'll make the tea, and then I'll just peer over your shoulder every now and then.
And make comments. I'll backseat drive the tech production.
And what were your words? We were like, we really need to figure this shit out. And you're like, let's make it so I could do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Are we giving people too much of a behind the curtain look right now?
Yeah, wait.
You think so?
We're
Yeah, never mind.
No, we totally, we've got it together.
We're professionals.
We're professionals. You should see our setup. We don't have mic stands on books right now.
No, we're over that.
Yeah. We have pop filters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So if you're noticing today, since it has been a long 84 years,
Yeah.
we couldn't locate our pop filters. So we're hoping that today we're not too poppy without them. But we will only know once this episode is out in the wild.
That's
so
right.
You're welcome, but also sorry. Holy shit. I'm just sitting back thinking, like, it's been 3.5 years.
Like, maybe even a little bit longer. It might have even been 4, actually, at this point.
It's insane is what it is.
It is.
And I'm just thinking about how much has changed.
So much has changed.
And-
I don't even remember, like, what our last episode was,
Yeah.
but I know I was pregnant.
You were I
Heavily.
think you were about to give birth anytime, because I think my mindset was, let's get in one more episode before you give birth. Now that I'm talking about it, I think that's what happened.
I think you're right.
And then you're like, yeah, let's do it. Like, you were a champ.
Yeah. And then I was like...
You were just like 24 months pregnant.
Yeah, literally.
Like, I just remember your belly was so big. And then you're just
so
like...
ready to go.
You were there. Like, you were such a good sport, though. Like, I haven't listened back to the episode, but...
Me neither. But, yeah. And then I decided, I was like, I'll do it again. Had another one. So we didn't record an episode there.
Yeah. And we never did figure out, like, long distance podcasting.
No.
Although...
Unfortunately, the tech, I think, would be... a bit advanced.
Yeah,
I am an Aquarius, but it's just not my strong suit.
I might be able, like, I think I could Zoom call you in and then just add you as your own, like, track
as
after.
a guest
in post production, not pre production. We'll get it in post.
Yeah. We'll get it in post one day.
One day, but what's important is we're both here. We're both in person.
Yes.
And we're actually located today in East Vancouver at our resident sexologist's house.
She's going to die when you say that.
It's true.
Don't worry, we all have things we regret from this podcast.
You know what I realized? So our resident psychologist Vanessa, she is away right now. I'm doing fabulous things as always. I love how busy she stays. And so,
but like relaxy busy.
I know. Like she just sounded so chill when we called her for the Wi-Fi info. I loved it. I'm like, what are you even doing? But anyways.
What are you even doing right now?
What are you up to? But we're at her place, and it's just a lovely vibe. So we're vibing out.
We are.
We
had to get away from the kids because I was like, I don't know if we can
y'all.
Add
Plural.
or like not add, but take away the background noise of that in a podcast. I think that would be
impossible,
horrendously.
And it would be distracting for us, you know? It would kind of like mess with our creative process.
Totally. Yeah.
I love how you said kids plural, though. So you have had not one, but 2 children.
Yeah.
Since our last podcast.
That's right.
Yeah. So do you want to talk a little about that?
I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
I have 2 toddlers.
You're a mother of 2.
I'm a mother of 2.
Yeah.
I'm a real mom now.
Okay, you're a real mom now, as opposed to a fake mom before.
Well, one child was so easy. I mean, in comparison to having 2, especially 2 toddlers, because they're only 19 months apart. But
Okay.
I'm sure when you add one more, it's like, no, I'm a fucking real mom. You know, you get like a lower voice.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah.
like speaking of voices, we were just listening back to our
Like,
old, 2018 podcast
shit.
just for a
yeah.
moment. To hear the vibe, and I was like, we sound different. And I think it's like, I'm like, we're talking from like our, you know, like I'm like talking from my ovaries now. Like you're talking from the gonads. It's like there's like a
there's
bit
a little
more experience.
Yeah,
in
we've
there.
got a little bit more like timber in our
Totally.
foundation, you know? Yeah. You know why? Because between the 2 of us, like there's
A lot has
some
happened.
shit has gone down
Oh yeah.
and up and down.
And up.
And dip back down.
And back down. And let's keep it there.
Let's keep it flowing.
Let's keep it-
I don't know. I don't mind it when it's up. Then it's just like, welcome to the Pink Pony Club, y'all.
Oh, let's get into the Chapel Roan.
Oh, yeah, we will? Okay.
Oh,
Do you
I
want
don't know.
to? Do you
I mean,
really? Do you want to? Well,
you mentioned it.
How can you not mention the meteoric rise of Chapel Roan right now, honestly?
I didn't realize it was Chapel. I thought it was Chappelle.
And that's how you can tell that people haven't really dove into it or like listened to like her introduce herself or people talk about her.
Right.
But like, you know, like people can be a fan of the music and then you can tell like the deep divers though.
I mean,
You know?
I didn't even know about her until I was watching, like, I think a Tiny Desk concert. The thumbnail, for some reason, popped up. I don't even, like, watch YouTube at all. But I was, like, watching something, and it was, like, on the videos on the side. I was like, I'm just going to give this girl a listen. I was like, what the hell is she doing?
Yeah.
That's literally what I thought.
And
I was like, I feel like I'm going to hate this. And no, I didn't. I loved it. It was really good. It was phenomenal.
blown away.
Yeah. Now I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I would totally see her if she came.
Would you say she was like a feminine onomenon? I screw that word up every time. I don't know how she sings it so many times in that song.
I know. She must fuck up at some point.
She has to.
Yeah.
Well, she hasn't so far though. And I'm really happy that like Gen Z has a Lady Gaga.
I know.
'Cause
It's
they
funny.
needed one.
Our pop stars are aging.
They are. And so like Chapel's
They're
bringing
like aging out a little bit.
So Chapel Roan, by the way, her real name is Kaylee Rose.
Oh my god.
And
that's
she
so
was
funny.
born in, I believe, Missouri and grew up in a trailer park.
Oh, cute.
And I think her mom, I'm pretty sure that her mom's maiden name was Chapel.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I'm not sure where Roan came from though, but and then the pronunciation throws me off because like I think maybe it's like we have like an unconscious need to like pronounce things more French because we're Canadian. Maybe that's or like Dave Chappelle, like maybe that's why, you know.
Right, it could be.
And you want to turn that ch into a sh.
That's right. It's because we're French.
It's maybe. Yeah.
We did some French in school. We went to école.
Because if you see the name spelled out, though, you could not possibly sound more American pronouncing it Chapel Roan.
That's
like I thought it was like Chapel Roan or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was Chappelle Roan.
Yeah,
That's what I thought it was.
Or like Rowan, maybe like add a little something in there. But
Yeah.
yeah, Chapel Roan. Yeah, we love her though.
We love her.
Yeah,
It's great.
Yeah, it is wonderful. I just love that there's so much to deep dive in. And before we deep dive any further into this, though, I think we need to acknowledge today who our fake sponsors are.
Oh yeah, our fake sponsors.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to go first?
I would love to go
Okay.
first. Okay, so I am currently at I want to say finale, but that means it's ending. I'm like at the, what would you call something that's like the season finale?
Oh.
Is that what it's called? The season finale? Or does that mean it's over?
Oh, like series finale?
Yeah, so I'm at the season finale
Okay.
of my Brat Blonde summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Like meaning it will return.
well, possibly.
Meaning there will be.
It could possibly return. It might turn a different color, maybe.
Okay. Like a purple.
I'm thinking more of like, so right now, for those of you who may not have seen this, and we can update the ground with some pics for y'all. But I just decided to go like, what would you call this? Like it was like a platinum blonde.
I would say like a 90s boy band.
Yeah,
blonde.
like I want like the full on platinum bleach.
Like
And then
Nick Carter.
I decided to, I think I might go like more of a lavender gray next time.
Oh, cute.
But then I forgot during this process that it's time to update my 10-year passport.
Perfect.
And so I went to get passport photos done, realizing that I have a head of bleached blonde hair that I will look at in 10 years from now.
Yeah, perfect.
And so I went to this place called Henry's, who is my fake sponsor today. And the one I went to in Vancouver is up on West Broadway. It's right beside like London Drugs in Cambie.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, West Broadway and Cambie area. So head up there. London Drugs does passport photos.
You were brave to head up there.
All the reviews. Well, I'm staying not too far from there at the moment. So it was...
Because anyone driving is going to be like, no one's going in that direction these days.
Not at all. Yeah, you avoid
the
that
construction.
like the plague. But since it's like within like a 3-minute walk,
yeah,
I headed up and I read the online reviews of like Henry's next to London Drugs, and they're like, go to Henry's instead. Like literally, that's what most of them just say. Go here instead, because they knew you were looking at London Drugs already. And so I went to Henry's, like, and the first I went 2 days in a row. So the first day I went, I hated all of the photos that she was taking of me, and I just hated them. And I had bleached blonde hair, and she's like, why don't you just come back tomorrow, because I want you to feel confident with these. And I was like, okay, sounds good. They didn't charge me. I went home, woke up the next day, felt fresh, went back, and same person, she retook the photos. And I'm just laughing because I'm like, I'm not always bleached blonde like this. And she was like, it's a good thing though. He's like, you'll remember your boy band era.
Aw, cute.
And so
so she agrees.
She does agree, yeah.
She thinks it's a boy band era.
Boy band era, yeah. But she took a photo when she said something funny, and I'm like, I'm just about to laugh. And so like my mouth is kind of like puckered a little bit, like before you go like that.
Yeah.
Like just on that cusp, and she snapped the photo, so it actually looks like I've been like contoured.
Oh my god.
Or something like my cheekbones are popping, my lips look good.
You're like, that's the one, baby.
Oh yeah, she was just like, she's like, we just nailed this.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I love it. It's like, she's like, you know, it's like your passport photo, like it's not her dream, but she's here and she's like fulfilling it, you know?
Living for it.
Giving the people what they want in their 10-year passport photos.
Giving and living.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry's. Giving and living. So that is my fake sponsor today. Just love them.
I love
they
it.
have all kinds of camera equipment there. They also actually have a podcasting room, now that I think about it. And a lot of equipment there. So might be actually worth talking to them more once they discover that they're a fake sponsor on this show.
There you go. Like a podcasting room, like
you can just go and record your podcast.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe that's our solution.
Who knows? Who knows what could happen?
Who knows? Maybe we'll have an intern.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about. I was having like a Bernstein Bears moment with that. I was like, have we talked about that on the podcast before, having an intern?
I believe we have.
Like, did we have an intern or a fake intern?
We didn't have a fake intern, no. But we either talked about it on the podcast, or that was another thing that people are just getting like an extra behind the curtain look today.
Okay.
Because we're in a state of vulnerability. Because we're brave.
We're brave now. Mm-hmm. 3.5 years braver.
So who's your fake sponsor today?
So this one is kind of more for the parents. And if you know me, you know I love this. It's Yoto.
Yoto.
So,
no, not
Y-O-T-O.
Oh, I thought it was a D already. Look at me.
Yoto.
Guess who's not a parent?
Like Yoto player. So it's a Yoto player. It plays like audiobooks and stories and stuff. And I'm obsessed.
Okay.
Ziggy, my daughter, is obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. She loves her Yoto player. She honestly probably spends like at least like a couple hours a day listening to stories, and she falls asleep to audiobooks.
Is that the one with the little RFID cards you put in?
Yeah.
That I thought was so cool when I went and visited you.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
that's
so cute.
the Yoto.
Yeah.
They're okay. That blows my mind.
Yeah,
it's like,
they're so fun.
And it's like the little album of the cards that you can get.
Yeah, they're like the size of a credit card, like all the little cards. I mean, and you can also just make your own cards or play things like.
Does it need Wi-Fi to work?
So it.
Like, could you take that camping?
You could take it camping because it would still work like the cards that have been downloaded on it. So you don't. It does need to be connected to Wi-Fi if like it's going to play like a new card or something because it has things downloaded. I don't know how it works, honestly.
Okay.
I'm not tech savvy, Brian. Don't ask me technical questions.
Right. I'm sorry about that.
But I do know that you just pop a little card in and it works.
So,
and we love it.
And I mean, if it's good enough for Ziggy, it's good enough for us.
Yes. No, she is obsessed.
I'm kind of obsessed with it too. Like, I remember
it's
seeing
really
that.
fun.
I was like, remember how like I was just captivated by it.
Oh my gosh. And we've done like so much fun stuff. Like we've recorded, like you can make your own cards. So you have like all these tracks. We've recorded like us reading stories. We've had like family members read them stories. We've had, like sing songs. Like I'm in the process right now of making them a Halloween card for them to listen to.
So cute.
So I'm gonna like read all of our Halloween stories and
Yeah.
like sing some Halloween songs. I'll probably put that Charlotte Diamond song, like "Looking for Dracula." You know that song.
This is getting me excited to record our Halloween episode.
Oh yeah, well hopefully we will.
We're on a roll now. Like
know.
You can't stop us now.
Can't stop us now. That's right.
Yeah.
And then I'll do like a Christmas card. Like full of Christmas songs and stories and stuff and give it to them. That like, it's so fun. I just love it. And we even have the little headphones. Oh, podcast fail. I just hit my mic.
That's okay.
We have the little headphones for her, which she loves to wear at all, like other times too. She's like, where's my headphones? She's so like 3.
What's going on?
She's 3 and out right now.
I just can't believe that she's 3.
I know.
So, yeah. So you had her like literally, I want to say 1 or 2 days after we recorded the last episode.
Was it?
So that's how long it's been.
Yeah.
Like basically, that came out basically on Ziggy's birthday.
I think it was like a couple weeks before because I think we recorded it like before her quote unquote due date.
Oh,
and she wasn't born for 2 more weeks.
Okay.
So it might have been a bit before, but
that's a good marker of the time, though.
It's a good marker of the time. So she's just over 3.
It's a great sign of the times.
Yeah.
It's been so long too. Like I'm not sure if I'm too close to the mic or too far away. Like it's like finding that balance again as a Libra.
Gotta find
it's
the
important.
groove.
Yeah, exactly. Right. We're grooving today.
Trust
though.
your intuition, Brian.
We're grooving. Oh yeah, I will. I'm learning.
Your
learning.
Intuition of the mic.
Okay, so in those 3 years, now you're a big
Yes.
sponsor. Anything else to say about Yodo actually before we move on?
No, just that I love them.
Yeah.
And
I love them
also
too.
spend a lot of money on them, but
their design is beautiful. Yodo, we love you.
that's one of the things. Like,
Henry's, we love you too.
with kids stuff, it's like the people or the companies like it's like Maileg. Do you know what Maileg is?
Would you spell it for me?
Maileg. It's like a toy company. They do the little
Use
mice.
it in a sentence.
They have the little mice. It's for like, it's expensive. And then it's like, but the parent, you start to love it because it reminds you of your childhood or you're like, oh, this is so cool. So then you buy more stuff for that. Like it's a total like kind of suck hole, but it is really cute.
It's like a nostalgia trap.
Yeah, it totally is. Like, I'm like, Ziggy, look at this one. It's so cute. Bride and groom mice. Oh my God. And she's like, yeah, I love it, Mommy. Like,
Oh,
so funny.
that's adorable.
Yeah, they're fun. It's a good time.
Well, maybe they could start selling
So that's
like
kid stuff for you.
Yodo, Maileg, etc. at Henry's.
A little triple down.
I think the name like Henry Yodo is actually adorable. I don't know
for
why.
a human being?
I don't know. For something. It's just speaking. I'm following my intuition
for a pet
right now.
guinea pig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Mr. Henry Yodo.
I'm not sure. Okay, so guinea pigs, they're cute and everything, right? I've eaten one. They eat a lot of them in South America.
Okay. But aren't they capybara? It's the similar.
No, well, capybara is more like a beaver. Like,
Okay.
and it's like a size. They're big.
Well, yeah. But
Guinea
it's
pigs
like
are more like small.
I know, but like, wouldn't a capybara have like more bang for your buck?
Oh, I would think so. I don't understand why they eat so many of them down there. But when you order them, like it's like I thought you would get like little like guinea pig like fillets or something. No, they just deep fry the whole guinea pig, and it comes on your plate like even with this little head in its mouth.
Oh my
open,
God, no!
And it's terrifying.
It's not alive. Is when they deep fry it?
It looked like it was, honestly. Like looking at it, it just looked like it's this terrified little rodent that had been deep fried.
How did you eat it?
I was hungry. I had just finished hiking the Inca Trail.
You're like, okay, I guess I'll eat this.
I can't believe I'm in East Vancouver telling this story, and as soon as that just came out of my mouth, I was like, I feel like I should be drinking a really shitty IPA right now. I just finished hiking the Inca Trail, and I was famished. So I thought, why not have a guinea pig?
Ugh.
It was a thing. But so guinea pigs though, I don't know. They're a cute child pet. If I knew an adult with a pet guinea pig, I don't know if I could trust them.
Oh, okay. I know some adults with guinea pigs.
I should have prefaced that with no offense.
I won't
to any
send them
adults.
this podcast.
Okay. So why?
I don't know some.
Can you
I know
just tell
some
me-
people who have had guinea pigs as adults.
Oh, but do they have them still
Well,
at this
not
moment?
at the moment. Like they're like,
Because they're dead. Because they're guinea
yeah,
pigs.
because they're guinea pigs.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, you made it sound like very present day.
Not in this very moment do I know someone with a live pet guinea pig.
And maybe something like, maybe, I'm not sure who hurt me, but like maybe I have a memory of like an adult with a pet guinea pig.
You might
know?
be traumatized by that guinea pig, like,
there's
eating
something,
situation.
There's something there that is like, yeah, it must have been drawing up past memories.
You're
on
like,
that.
I hate guinea pigs. That's what you had to do in order to put that in your mouth. You're like,
I feel better now though. It feels like a load came off my shoulders.
feels good to get the trauma out, doesn't it?
Okay, so we need to circle back
let's
on
circle
BaKChat
back.
here for a second. Because we can, first of all, we can do whatever we want because it's our show. I just like feel the constant need to remind ourselves of that,
It's because it's just air sign stuff, and
It's
we're
just air
jumping all
sign
around
stuff.
as we always do.
Back to Chapel Roan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
Let's go back to Chapel Roan.
She has been opening so she calls herself a 10-year overnight success.
Right,
And
okay.
we love this. And there's like videos of her online singing Pink Pony Club like just over a year and a half ago with like a keyboard at some Pride festival, just like with barely anyone in the background.
Oh, wow.
Like on a stand-up keyboard and a mic that she had brought herself. And then it's like played it like a year and a half later at like Lollapalooza, I think it was, and she
wow.
set a crowd record for attendance there.
Wow. Okay.
And yeah, just like
Good for you,
turned this cult
Chapel.
following into this huge thing, and it was so cool. But she was opening for Olivia Rodrigo for like the last year on her Guts World Tour, and
Guts.
and then she stopped in April, and then just a few weeks ago she was a special guest on Olivia Rodrigo's tour.
Okay.
It popped out to sing "Hot to Go."
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it was cute. But I remember I was recanting this story to you, and you mentioned that you did not care for Olivia Rodrigo.
I don't.
Okay,
I
and
believe
now-
I said I hate her.
You
But
you did. Yeah, I was trying to soften that up a little, but I mean, haters gonna hate. So I want to talk about this because
I was
it's
also
important.
like literally hours before my period started in the bath when we were voice noting back and forth with a candle
A candle
and some chocolate in the dark. Like, I hate Olivia Rodrigo.
You forgot the burning cherry of a cigarette.
That's right. Which, by the way, the last time you and I went out, it was like Pride Babes on Babes. No, it wasn't Pride. It was like just Babes on Babes.
Yeah, babes on babes.
And
Yeah.
I somehow ended up with a cigarette in my mouth.
Oh my goodness, that was like okay.
I came home and like I was showing Simon like pictures of like the kids, and then like it flipped just a bit too far, and just like me holding a cigarette, and he's like, "Oh, who's this?" I was like, "Don't worry about her."
And it was so funny because like neither one of us could remember the last time we'd smoked a cigarette.
But we had such a nice cigarette.
Oh, it was it was just fun to find one. First of all, I kind of missed that because everyone just like vapes inside now or like vapes
Ugh,
around.
I
and
hate vaping.
but there's something about the ritual of like finding a cigarette from someone
When you really want one.
and then finding the lighter and then
Yeah.
meeting other people or having a cigarette.
We had a great old
Although
time.
generally like
we were entertaining people out on the street. We were
we
like
met that guy gave me his number. Do you remember
I don't
him?
remember that.
Okay, so turns out long story short, it turns out that he was a Gemini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and his birthday was upcoming
Oh.
in June. Yeah, and he did. I'm going to keep this very opaque. All right. But long story short, he.
Nightshade nylons. This story is going to be.
Oh man, nightshade nylons. Oh, what's that?
Like opaque nylons.
Oh, I like that. I like this. He ended up being like quite a bit younger than I am. And this, I didn't realize this.
Was he of age?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But like, just not of age,
Yeah, totally.
So
You're like, can I see your ID?
He did this thing. So he was from like a northern region in India, but a
Okay.
lot of his family had come from Afghanistan. And we
Okay.
were talking about colonization and indigeneity.
Right.
And he was running this project where essentially he was interviewing a lot of his ancestry from India and like all of the heritage they had maybe lost in like Afghanistan and other parts to like colonization and also just like, migration and things like that.
Right.
And essentially he kind of did kind of what I do, like
Oh, okay,
in a
right.
sense.
Yeah.
And so that was like the immediate like appeal, right? And it was very interesting to me. But I'm a terrible judge of age, or I just maybe some people just
A
feel
terrible
older.
judge of maturity.
Maybe,
perhaps?
yeah.
Maturity.
But anyways, he happy 23rd birthday if you're out there. And so that one, I was like, hate to do this, but yeah.
Okay, so it's pretty opaque, Brian. The story is feeling opaque.
Yeah, I hope so. I just kind of left it a high level at that. And he reacted exactly like you would think a 23-year-old would.
Was it a kicking and screaming tantrum?
Kind of. I did it like over the phone
Okay.
because I'm an adult and I can. And there was like just the texts I got after that. I did it in a phone call. I was just very busy at the time.
Yeah.
And it's just like these paragraphs.
It's not like your boyfriend. You don't have to meet up in person.
Yeah, these paragraph texts. And I was just like, ugh. Anyways, that was kind of a tangent. If we want to circle back around super quick though. So you hate Olivia Rodrigo.
Right. Oh yeah, and she's young.
She is actually, yeah.
Yeah, no, I just, I think I just I remember when I saw her at the White House.
Oh,
like
yeah.
standing like the vaccine and shit during COVID.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't know, anyone who was doing that kind of shit, it felt really yucky to me.
Anyone selling out into politics in
like
general.
anyone
that's
who's going to
hardcore.
the White House like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even love it when like Gaga goes to the White House. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I just like dipping that far
Just
into the
stop.
politics is kind of
Like, we know you've dranken like goat's blood around the table or whatever the fuck, like whatever they're doing up there in Hollywood and the political world. Who knows what they're doing? Reptiles, something.
Reptiles, blood, baby's blood, or goat's blood, something.
Some kind of
some
worship.
There's like some kind of like a chemical or
yeah,
something.
She just looked like
an adrenal thing.
She looked like her body had been like hijacked, and I wondered if maybe
Olivia did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was like, did they put like like hands in your body? Like, is she like a puppet? Like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
She also just looked like she was probably like shitting her pants, but probably getting paid a lot of money to do it.
A lot of money to do it. All right. Well, I think that
feels like a sellout.
She is a bit
but
of a sellout. But then
she's like,
in that
like
aspect.
singing her little like hardcore songs, and I'm just like, you're not hardcore.
So I love that she like Alanis Morissette's one of her mentors. And like, I just like
eye roll.
Did you just eye roll about Alanis Morissette in my presence?
I eye rolled Alanis Morissette mentoring Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, like kind of. They've got a friendship. But anyways, you're gonna like this tea then. So
let's hear it.
Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift are not friends.
Okay.
Yeah. So when her debut album Sour came out, Taylor Swift swooped in with her team amidst like this pro-feminism movement and claimed song credits on like 2 tracks her and Jack Antonoff did, and then Hayley Williams from Paramore swooped in on the other end and tried to claim song like credits on a 3rd track, maybe even a 4th track
of Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so she had to learn a lesson the hard way in the music industry. Like when you're first starting out, you've got to be careful who you gush about, because like people came in like vultures, including Taylor Swift's team. And this was covered up very swiftly, and it said pun fully intended.
I'm like,
and
okay.
It settled outside of court and media attention, because like Taylor's team realized how terrible this looked for Taylor to come in for like a young female artist that's emerging in the industry,
right,
and come in like a vulture. And so there is 50% of the royalties from those songs apparently now go directly to Taylor Swift, because they said like,
why?
Because apparently the song, oh damn, what's the song? It's not Driver's License. It's another Olivia song.
Okay.
When you sample it, it sounds like Cruel Summer. by Taylor Swift.
Okay.
But if you listen to the two songs, and I need to look it up right now because it's going to drive me crazy, they don't even sound like remotely similar. And Deja Vu. So if you listen to Deja Vu by Olivia and then listen to Cruel Summer by Taylor Swift, apparently that was sampled enough for Taylor to claim 50% of the royalties on that song as a songwriter.
Wait, did she actually sample it?
I don't think so if you listen to it. Olivia just kind of like, she's so new in this, her team just kind of buckled and it's Taylor Swift coming after you. Like, you're just going to do it. And then Hayley Williams came in at another point and kind of did the same. But I was thinking about it. I'm like, for Taylor to do that to Olivia would be like at this point in her career, right? Because she just released her sophomore album.
Right, because didn't Taylor like literally have to like get back all of her songs and
and so there's a little thing. And you know me, I love Taylor Swift. I've been as like a Swiftie since like I feel like I grew up with her.
Cute.
But
I do like her
for this to come
early stuff, but
so that happened with the two of them, and then you're like looking at me right now like literally.
It's called the I don't care. But someone does.
You know what?
So
we'll wrap this up real quick.
No,
I just told you that like I was excited because I'm passionate about this.
I know you are. No.
So
do your passion.
Yeah. So 50% of the royalties go to Taylor now on those songs.
Okay.
And then I just feel like her doing that to Olivia was the equivalent of like Tim McGraw coming in to a debut Taylor saying, I want half the royalties for your song called Tim McGraw.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But anyway, so I thought it was interesting that you didn't like Olivia, but that Chapel had opened for her. And then there was like an interconnection there somehow, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So there you go.
I mean, I'm just also not like a major fan of her songs.
Yeah.
But like if I, like I would let the whole White House shenanigan go if her music was good. But I just am not a fan. But I know the young people really enjoy her.
Yeah, I mean,
she's quite popular.
She's got some
good for her.
She's got some great songwriting chops.
She's got more money than me.
Good for her, or like one of her lead singles, "Good for You."
Good for you. See, I even know the song, so she's popular enough that I don't like her, but know the song.
She's an earworm.
There you go.
So, what do we think about since we're on like kind of our pop chat here? Did you watch? I gave you some homework because you're like I'm a little out of touch.
Yeah.
So I asked you to kind of look up Twink and a Redhead.
I did look them up. You're so funny. You're like you keep me young, Brian, because I'm so out of touch now.
You're not though. That's the
but
thing.
I am
You're not
purposely.
Okay.
I'm not. It's not because I'm a mother. It's because I don't care.
Okay.
About these things, I just don't really utilize the social medias in that way anymore.
The socials. You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've just taken a very intentional step away.
Right.
But I do love when someone sends me something funny,
Yeah.
Like then it's funny.
And it's moving so fast out there too right now. Like they were just talking about how, we used to have gatekeepers for things like Anna Wintour, for example. She was like a gatekeeper for Vogue and fashion. And then since the onset of like online forums and public discussion and the opening up of the internet, we've kind of become our own gatekeeper. Like we've gotten rid of the gatekeepers and we're trying to find things that work for us. But then the algorithm has kind of failed us, and it's just giving us more of the same thing.
This is why I don't
go
online.
And so now they're talking about how no matter what it looks like, we actually need to bring like the gatekeepers back. Like one thing AI will never have that humans have is like taste.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those videos? Ugh, like I hate AI, I have to say. AI is like not my jam. I find it incredibly creepy. I'm sure it has its uses though.
Yeah.
But like
as a tool, not as a be all end all.
But it freaks me out. It just it to me feels, I guess, like it's like humanity gone a bit too far. Like it feels like it starts to feel you can feel the energy of excess and indulgence, but like not in the good way.
Yeah.
And it freaks
agree.
me out in that way. Like so, I don't know. Like it's almost like the internet in general feels like the energy of bukkake.
Oh, I mean, that's the reason we even know to use that word.
That's right.
Yeah.
I unfortunately did learn what that was. Someone
IRL?
Like, no.
Did someone hand you a towel? Today. Or like, bukkake.
No, like way like earlier in my youth.
Because let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding.
You're like, well, do I have a story for
Has
you?
it ever been at 3 years? No.
No, in my youth, and I was horrified. Actually,
Yeah.
it was very horrifying.
Yeah, it is.
Like in my younger
the
years,
concept.
like my teen years, it was like a thing in our high school. You know, weird.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, I think that's kind of a signifier of a millennial. Is like bukkake. Because
Totally.
I'm pretty sure Gen Z's not as intimate with that word as we are.
Are they
But it's
not?
already out there. Like it's just like so
I know.
there.
That's what I mean. It's
There's-
just like a fucking circle jerk of craziness.
One of my favorite gifts though is like it's like I've sent it to you before. It's the girl that's like sitting in a circle with her mouth open and everyone's peeling carrots around her
Oh my
and all the
God.
peelings are going into her mouth and on her face. It's the best. And I can't find it again. And I don't know how many times carrot bukkake is going to appear in my search history.
You're like, I don't want to like keep putting that in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It's like even just with like things that our phones are listening to, like, you know, sometimes if you want to look something up, but you don't, it's like you don't need to hide it from anyone in your life. You need to hide it from your own AI, like your own phone, because you don't want them starting to show you articles about like, you know, whatever the fuck it is you're looking up.
And people always think it's like, well, no, I've turned the sound permission off for that. It's like it's got a microphone that's on all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it
No,
doesn't.
It
doesn't stop.
They're definitely like listening to us. Can
Always.
you hear that?
Yeah,
Oh my
that was
God.
like okay. We're not like
No, we're not
we announced
crazy.
we're not at our place, and so we heard something like, and the topic's kind
I
of
think
creepy
actually
right now,
Vanessa has
and it kind of
told me
freaked us out.
the topic is creepy. The AI is here.
They're listening to us.
They
Kristen-
didn't like what I said.
Kristen, they're at the door. It's like the Matrix.
Run.
Run.
I forget what we were talking about.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So I believe that while we were, doing some ponderings about this episode and doing some prelim production, you wanted to chat about, what was it? I think we were making lists, if I'm not mistaken.
Lists? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, Brian, what are you trying to cue me for?
Just air sign stuff.
We wanted to do a top 5 things that you can't live without. And I wanted it to be brands. And I'll tell you why. Because we're getting older.
I would edit this in post, but
No,
we're just
don't.
keeping it.
You know, the thing about BaKChat is we're always getting the giggles, which
Like,
I think
seriously.
is totally great.
We actually,
Leave the
though,
giggles in.
we've managed to keep it in check, or edit out things over the years. Once again, we're giving people too much of a look behind the
Except
curtain.
remember that one episode where, honestly, like, I might go back and binge listen to our episodes because it's been long enough now that I won't cringe in the same way. You know what I mean? It's always
Yeah.
kind of cringy, like listening to an episode you've just done. But like,
It-
I would love to
yeah.
go back now and listen because it's so funny. Like, it's been like 6 years since
Yeah,
our first episode.
we've been
Maybe
serving
even more.
We've been serving cunt since 2018, girl.
Stop trying to make cunt happen, Brian. It's not going to happen.
I
Which, by the
know.
way, did you see the Mean Girls, the musical movie?
I loved the musical movie.
It was really cute.
It was adorable.
Yeah.
The Broadway production.
Yeah.
It was the only
Oh.
show I've ever. So it's not the same as the movie.
Mm.
It was like 2 different productions. They came out at the same time.
Oh, weird.
The only Broadway show I've ever walked out of halfway through.
Oh no, it was really bad.
It was like, it was bad. Yeah, like it was.
Oh my god, that
and
sucks.
bad in terms of like I don't know. I just feel like I get annoyed when people are overly PC about things. I think is like we're all like
Me
weary.
too.
We're very weary of that, right?
Me too. It gets really embarrassing.
It's tiresome. It's cringy. What I don't get weary of though is like when you hear terminology that could actually put someone's life in danger, because we still live in like for example in 2024, I have personally never experienced as much homophobia in my entire life as I have this last calendar year, which is crazy. Yeah, which
It's
really
very
really
interesting.
interesting to think, right? And I grew up in Alberta.
To me, that makes sense
Yeah, okay.
because I
Because
think
my hair's because I'm asking for it with my hair, how my hair looks.
Brian, you're the gayest you've ever looked.
You're just asking for it with how you dress. Once again, this is something that would have not made the cut, and we're not editing it out. Mainly
No,
because I
we're
can't remember
not.
how.
Mostly because we don't have the technology skills. to actually do a podcast.
Where's that AI when we need them?
We need an intern.
Oh, we do need an intern, though. Yes, we do.
Maybe we can hire an AI intern.
We probably could.
For free.
Goodness. But in this, so I walked out halfway because they were like, Mean Girls was written in 2008, okay?
Yeah.
We said a lot of things in 2008 that we shouldn't be saying anymore. Like, and so,
Sorry.
and they kept that in the Broadway production, though. Like, it's like they rewrote everything, including the plot, except they kept certain, like, for example, like the word dyke. Let's just talk about the word dyke for a second. It's okay if like a lesbian or like a queer person wants to use the word like bull dyke, for example, or something. If you're not like a lesbian, though, or part of that community, you shouldn't be calling someone a dyke. Like, that's a hate-filled word.
Like, as a negative?
Yeah, like they normalized it in this play. Like they were calling people. Remember in the Mean Girls movie, they're like, she's like a dyke or something like that. Like it's casually slipped in.
Remember Janice something?
Yeah, so they used it, like they threw it out there. Like before I actually left the theater, like that, and this is just one of many examples. They had the N-word in. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, in Chinese, but still like in the first half before I left. They also they threw the word dyke out there so much, and like they almost made it casual. And I'm like looking at this, you know, like this audience that's like, you know, like an older, like, you know, people that go to see Broadway at Queen Elizabeth regularly.
Right.
And I'm just like, that's like not helping anybody to be using that language and normalizing that, I don't think. Because I don't think everyone's at the critical thinking point right now of being able to process that. Does that make sense? Or was I overly sensitive?
I don't know, because I didn't hear it.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't necessarily be offended by the word. I know, but like, I didn't hear it like in the context. Okay. So I can't tell you if you're overreacting. Okay. Because sometimes you do overreact.
That's true. What? What? Me?
You've been known to overreact.
Okay.
But that is weird because I don't think it's even said more than once in the movie.
No, and it was almost like they made a point of, and that was just like, those are two examples that have like 8 or 9.
Like,
I'll have to look back at the email I sent.
Oh my God.
They refunded me for my ticket.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and apologized.
He was offended.
I was offended.
Dear.
How did we get here?
Musical. I want my money back.
I didn't even ask for my money back. They just gave it to me. I was asking for it with how I was dressed.
In a suit and tie, bitch.
I just opened my mouth and all this change fell on my face.
Oh my God. Okay.
Quarters. All quarters.
Quarters and dimes.
Okay, so we're getting, you just said we're getting older, a little bit more delirious.
Oh, a little bit more delirious.
Yeah. But still very present and mildly arousing.
Oh, we're just like more needing our, you know, like you've been around long enough that you can develop attachments to things that, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like if you're 25 and you're like, oh my God, I love this product. It's like, whatever, bitch. Like, live 5 more years and then tell me how we feel. Just kidding. We're not ageist, right?
We're not ageist, no. Not at all. Pretend I didn't tell you that story.
Happy 23rd birthday.
Wait. Happy 23rd birthday. Thanks for the smoke.
Oh my God. Okay.
That story took a turn, did it not? Like, who lets...
Like, listen, someone's going to be writing us and being offended, and we're going to have to give our money to them.
We used
Dear
to try...
BaKChat podcast.
We used to tiptoe around so much to not be where we are right now, but... Now we're just at the point. I think the last hate mail we got actually was when we talked about puberty blockers on an episode.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just bringing them up for the sake of discussion. And we got like heat. Like we got heat.
Did we? Was heat like one email?
It was a few. There were a few, but they were all like anonymous and sent from.
Maybe it was me. It was probably me giving us hate mail.
But anyways, So
our top 5 things. I was like, this will be fun because now here you go again with the giggles. Brianna.
I've got it together.
Top 5 things that you can't live without. That's what I want to know. And I also want to hear from our older audience, okay? Not from you 23-year-olds. What can you not live without? I would love to hear, because I'm always wanting to know, like, you know, like, what am I not have in my life that I need?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, give me the
tea.
Like,
give me
let
the
me know.
goods. Give me the goods.
Tell me, what's the brand name?
Now that you're a real mother.
How much does it cost?
You just want to line your nest with nice things.
Honestly, though, I'm at home so much. I need my, like, comfort.
Yeah. Well, do you want maybe we'll go one by one, because I've listed all
Let's do it.
my things. Okay. My number one is Laneige.
Oh,
for your lips.
Yeah, the Laneige lip sleeping mask.
The sleeping mask that you're only supposed to apparently use at nighttime, but I use all day.
Totally.
Yeah.
I do love that too. It's not in my top 5, but I do love it.
I couldn't live without it.
Like, I actually love it as a gloss.
I don't just wake up with my lips looking like this.
Look at these. Pucker up.
And then Slash, Eminence. So I love I love their lip oil to combine with the Laneige. So I put the Eminence lip oil on first.
Okay.
And then I layered the Laneige on top.
Okay.
And then
Sounds
I
like
also
some high gloss.
It's super.
I love high gloss.
I don't have both on right now. You probably couldn't tell, but
I haven't recently reapplied.
And then I love the Eminence, their mineral sunscreen as well.
Oh, okay.
So those are kind of combined in my top. My number one.
Okay, that's your number one. Okay, I love that.
What's your number one?
My number one is also a combo. And it's my Tushy Bidet and Squatty Potty.
Oh.
If you do not have this combination, I will tell you, your butt is dirty. Okay, have you ever had a stuck poo at the end of a poo and it's like not quite all the way out?
Oh, that little clinger
and
that just
won't leave? And you can't get it out? Well, the Tushy will get it out. Okay.
It'll just squirt it right out of you.
It's like a miniature enema. Every time. And I'm a big fan of colonics.
Why are North Americans just so bidet averse for some reason?
I don't know.
And people ask me, because like I love, like, now that I have lived with a bidet for like a couple years now.
Do you have a bidet?
I even bought the Tushy like travel bidet.
Yes,
because I'm
so you have a Tushy.
I don't have, like, I've got, my toilet has like a built-in one.
Okay.
Actually, no, where I am right now, yes, I do. I actually went and installed a temporary Tushy because I'm waiting to move into my new place.
Because you can't live without it.
I call it pooping like a peasant.
Literally.
If you don't use a bidet, you are pooping like a peasant, and you are setting yourself up for skid marks and a stinky failure.
Absolutely. And like,
yeah,
you just, it's like a breath mint for your butt.
It totally is.
You know, like
yes.
If you're doing any kind of ass play, you should have a Tushy 100%. I would never eat an ass that hadn't been tushied.
I could not agree with you more.
Showered, but
and showered, yeah, and just like there's maybe a few other items,
a few other things.
But yeah.
I mean, listen, I probably wouldn't eat an ass. Maybe I would.
Who knows?
Dabbled.
You've dabbled.
Have I gone too far?
You've dabbled. You've not gone too far. No. I was in my own mind. I was just thinking of like some stories, and I'm like, do we do that on here anymore? I don't know.
We're literally both like going off to dreamland for a moment. We're like, oh yeah, we're recording.
Right.
Here we are. And the Squatty Potty. Okay, so when I was at my dad's house,
yeah,
like so this is always my biggest thing about traveling is I'm like, oh, I'm not going to have a Tushy. And then like I have like my last like poo before we leave. And I'm like, oh, like goodbye. You know, like I'll see you later. And,
yeah.
Like, I take extra fiber and all kinds of stuff just to like make sure that I'm having a really good poo because I won't have the Tushy.
Okay.
And when I get to my dad's, I'm like, hey dad, like I need a stool in the bathroom, like for Ziggy. Because she needs to be able to get up and down, but really it's for me.
So you can have like a little squatty potty on the go.
So I'm like, I need a squatty potty.
So I'm like, I feel, everyone always asks like how you dry your butt after the bidet. And I'm like, you literally take 1 square of toilet paper and dab it on your balloon knot. Then you dry.
It can be a little bit like spray heavy sometimes.
Even then though, it's just like,
but it's just toilet paper.
Dry.
Like how what do you wipe your ass? Like, you know, how many times are you going to wipe your ass over and over with the coarse toilet paper?
And just thinking about that now
is
the equivalent of like nails on a chalkboard. It's thinking terrible. About just like, no, I'm with you on the bidet. You
need to up your poo game, everyone.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, and for those of you out there who do have one,
good on you. We might swing by and eat your ass.
We might eat your ass. It's a it's a fucking giveaway.
It is a giveaway.
Check out our Instagram post where we are offering to eat your ass if you...
The first 10 likes will get the first 5 legs.
We're not even drinking. Okay.
Yeah, we're not even drinking, and we're talking about tongue punching your fart boxes. Okay, my number 2.
Oh, okay.
Pun fully intended, linking to the last one. Lately, I'm really liking waking up in the mornings. This isn't a brand. It's just like more of a ritual now.
Okay.
And no matter where I am in the world these days, I know it's morning when I can juice half of a lemon into warm water. First thing when I wake up and drink that. And then also put 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper into a cup of water. Stir it up and drink that. It's so good for your circulatory system. It's great for your heart, for your kidneys, for your liver. It gets blood flow going to your brain.
Love that.
And cayenne pepper, everyone, it's not like a jalapeno where a jalapeno burns in your mouth.
Yeah.
And then it burns in your ass. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Cayenne pepper only burns one way, and it doesn't burn. Actually, it tingles. That's the important thing to remember about cayenne pepper is it's a tingle, not a burn.
I actually like the cayenne pepper. When I was like young and doing all those crazy diets. Remember those horrible diets?
The lemonade cleanse?
The lemonade cleanse. I did that.
Me too.
For like 10 days.
I did it for 3 weeks.
I literally fainted, for
Me
one.
too.
Because no shit, you fucking dork. Like, eat a food. Dumbass.
Well, no, they said the grade B organic maple syrup was supposed to give you all the nutrients you needed.
Yeah. And remember, like, the saltwater flush?
Oh my gosh. How terrible
It
was
never
it?
worked for me. I just
What?
fucking drank
You just
salt water.
drank a liter of salt water and it stayed in you?
Yes, and I had to, like, lay down. Like, die for about 2 hours.
Well, yeah, your poor kidneys.
I was
and
like,
your
I felt terrible. It was horrendous.
Your kidneys were about to explode.
Literally.
Wow, and for me, it just went in one end and it was like peeing out your butt.
Rest in
Butt
peace.
pee. Rest in butt
To that
pee.
cleanse. Okay.
Okay, so that's my number 2. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is okay. So we've done the butt side of things. Now we have to move on to the other side.
Okay.
So my number 2 is the electric
The other hole.
toothbrush and tongue scraper combination. If you are brushing your teeth with a fucking standard toothbrush,
Get out.
we're not kissing.
Get out.
You need to leave.
And you know what I've discovered, like, now that, I've been sampling the odd makeout session lately.
Right.
You can tell the people that actually
Tongue scrape
and have proper oral hygiene with, like...
Oh, and floss, you guys.
like a water pick.
Why don't people floss?
Or-
I think the water pick might be when I get it, my next can't live without.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, just the electric toothbrush, like the Oral-B Diamond Care, like, it's like you go to the dentist every time you use it.
Kiss.
Oh,
It really is. Like,
not a butthole
if you use a tongue scraper and you floss like a normal person and you use an electric toothbrush, you don't get plaque buildup on your teeth in the day.
No, and
like,
you can...
literally, like, you have, like, squeaky clean teeth for the day.
And you know when you talk to those people and you can just smell their breath?
You can smell, because it smells like poo-poo.
Or, like, when you kiss someone, like, even, like, you can just, like, even if they don't smell it outright, you can, like, taste it in their mouth. Like,
ew.
And it's just, like, it's horrendous. It's horrendous.
This is why it's like, okay, you got to take care of it on this side, as in the mouth side. You got to scrape all that disgusting shit off of your tongue.
And you got to blast that shit off your ass. Okay, so the next 10 likes will full on French you. Bonus points if you're like in the first top 10 likers, because you're going to get it from Crystal. I'll take one and I'll take the other. Okay, so my number 3 is Skin Fix.
Oh, what's that?
As someone who is prone to like psoriasis breakouts or just has like really kind of blotchy, uneven skin, Skin Fix is like this magical brand that really keeps your skin like hydrated and like puts like a proper like lipid barrier on your skin. And it's the only thing that actually works for like when I get like little psoriasis breakouts on my face or whatever.
Is it good for eczema?
It's wonderful. It's for psoriasis, eczema, like acne, any of the above.
Okay, good to know.
And you put it on and it basically like overnight fixes the eczema or the psoriasis.
That's amazing.
And they make really great moisturizer. And they've got like a really good serum.
Right.
Yeah. I get mine from like Sephora.
Yeah.
And it's like their branding is like kind of blue.
Okay.
Blue bottles.
Right.
And it's wonderful. So
Clinical.
Skin Fix is definitely my number 3.
Okay, I love that.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is the Dosays orthopedic pillow.
Okay, now
Okay.
I have been on the market for a new pillow, so
Brian.
tell me more.
Okay. First of all, orthopedic pillows usually suck. We know that, right?
Oh yeah,
Like, it's like you get all excited and then you get home and it fucking blows and your neck hurts.
yeah.
This one, I actually got it because I get tension headaches. So this one is like for side, back, and stomach sleepers.
Oh,
So for all of us.
okay.
It just like aligns your head. So if you look at like a standard pillow, the way your neck will be, it will like crunch your neck up or crunch your neck down.
Mhm.
This actually puts your spine in like perfect alignment.
Oh,
So it's a lot lower than what you think, and it has like a dip in it to like let your head actually come and settle into its warm body, aka
Right.
cooling body.
Oh.
And if you go to your side, it's a raise to the perfect height to like cradle your head so that your shoulder isn't crunching.
Oh, I love that because when you get north of 30, you start feeling this stuff when you wake up in the morning.
You just give more of a shit.
You do, yeah. Well, because you have to.
You give more of a shit about your neck health. So I would highly recommend if anyone is in the market, because I now can't even, I have to take it with me if I'm going to sleep somewhere else.
I love this.
Like I can't use a regular pillow.
You're gonna have to send me. I did not know this was in your life.
Yeah, it's
and
in my life.
I'm in.
I actually
I'm in.
got Simon hooked as well. So
Okay.
we're both hooked.
Well, you're gonna hook me too.
Yeah. Okay, what's your number 4?
My Kindle.
Oh.
That's
That's so like
I know, but I just
you're
can't.
65 and like adorable with like your April Cornell gown on.
I love my
Your
Kindle
Roby.
though. So I used to my one of my best friends in the world are one of our things is to give each other the first for our birthdays, like the first book of a super good series.
Oh, okay.
And we
cute.
laugh because they all get instantly addicted and just like end up having to read the whole series.
Right.
And so it became a bit impractical when I began like moving internationally
Right. You're like,
over
I
the
can't
last
take these
3
books
years.
with me.
Yeah. And so I got a Kindle.
Nice.
And it's just amazing, like the amount of reading that I've been able to do. And I was really averse to reading a Kindle because I'm like, I like the feel of a paper book and I like to smell it. Blah, blah,
Okay,
blah.
is that your impression of me?
Everybody,
I'm offended.
everyone who's anti-Kindle. And then I'm like, you pick up the Kindle and you feel like that for like the first chapter. And then
Right.
once you get used to reading it, like, it just amazes me. It truly is like a marvel of our time that you can fit that much literature onto this little tablet and take it anywhere. And it's just like this, like I've read hundreds of books on it and it's just remarkable. I love
Maybe I
it.
should try it.
I highly recommend it.
I do love my books. I'm very into books and I'm always reading multiple books at once.
Oh, okay. Well, and you can flip back and forth between multiple books.
Do you have to buy the books then?
You do.
So you can't take it out from the library.
Oh, actually, no, you can. The Libby app,
Right,
the
Libby,
VPL, as well as yes,
Simon will be upset that I don't know that.
you can. You will be. You can get them though. Yeah, so you can use your library card in connection
Okay.
with it. And then also, one of my good friends is an author and she was trying to figure out her demographic. And so she decided that it was a certain demographic, under 30, no offense to the under 30-year-olds, but they usually have a budget they need to stick within. They don't have
Right.
a lot of disposable income because we live in a very fucking expensive place.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them have Kindle Unlimited subscriptions,
Oh, cute.
which means like I think it's like cheaper than Spotify,
right.
but you get access to like as many books as you can read.
oh,
Always.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a library card, but you don't have to wait in queue
Yeah, I know. That's
to
the
get
thing.
anything. You can literally just go on to anything, basically any Amazon book you can get if the author does Kindle Unlimited.
Oh, wow.
And then the author gets paid per page read.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I'm going to have to check this out, I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, love my Kindle.
I might be a convert. A Kindle
Yeah,
convert.
a Kindle convert. Yeah,
Okay.
a KC, if you will.
A KC.
Number 5. It's not a specific brand.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's something I've discovered. Actually, you didn't go with your number 4, did you?
I was like, okay,
I
Brian.
just stepped right in there.
You stepped right in with your number 5. My number 4 is the Awala Free Sip water bottle.
Do you have it with you?
I do.
Can I see it? No.
I'm going to tell you something.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it while you, or
Okay,
do you need to show
hold
me
it.
something first? Because
Well,
I'm gonna do a live, like I'm gonna take a sip from your bottle.
Okay, I'm
So-
just going to show you really quick.
Okay. Okay. So
I've just opened it.
okay.
I'm obsessed. It's like you don't have to tilt it. You can just sip. So just
Okay. So just for everyone's reference, like it kind of feels texture-wise on the outside like my Hydro Flask does.
yeah, it's like a very
Except it's a little girthier.
Yeah. Well,
Now,
they've got different sizes.
Oh, now do you
and
find
they've got lots of colors.
does this fit into cup holders? Do you ever
no,
have an
that
issue
one
with this
doesn't.
one?
This is my big one.
Oh, okay.
But I have another one that does.
Okay.
Yeah, I have two. I have a purple one and a pink one.
And then you just open it
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
And
I'm
you just
pushing
press
on a
the
little
button.
pink button.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh.
And then
do
you
I
can just sip. You don't have to turn it. Just sip it.
Stop.
I know.
What?
I know.
What just happened?
I fucking know.
OWALA. Holy shit.
Are you obsessed?
I literally can't believe that this is a thing.
I know.
There's no
And it
dirty
has
straw hanging out.
I know.
How did I just sip from that?
This is because it has like an internal straw. And then this, you can also chug it. So like if you need like really to chug water, like if you're like dying or thirst or you want to pour it all over you. But like no one ever does that. You only ever free sip.
If you want to reenact what
That's
I
why
looked
it's
like
called the
outside
free sip.
the Queen Elizabeth Theater after Mean Girls.
You know what I love about it? You could have, a jalapeno on your hand. You're chopping up some things for a chili, and you don't even have to tilt the water bottle. You can just put your mouth over and just sip it while it's on the table.
You can.
Isn't that handy?
I love it. I am actually obsessed with this.
I know. You're going to have to get one. And you can get them at like London Drugs. You can get them on Amazon.
That was
too.
my next question for you. Where does one find the Awala?
Amazon, London Drugs, like all those places.
Should they be a fake sponsor for next time?
Well, they were going to be a fake sponsor, but then I was like, but they're in my top 5.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So-
Look at us just dropping brand names like it's free.
I know. But I want to know, this is what it's about. Because it's not just about, I can't live without my water bottle. It's like, no, I can't live without my Awala.
Yeah.
I can't live without my Dose's orthopedic pillow.
Like, this makes me, I just bought this the other day.
Sorry,
And
but when I saw that, I was like,
I want to throw it in the garbage now. Yeah, no offense, Hydro Flask. But, okay, what I will say about Hydro Flask, though, this exact model that you're looking at, my friends and I went to this event last summer, and it was like a hot July day. And we parked down. It was like 30, like it was like the hottest day last summer.
Right.
And I had this exact Hydro Flask, and we put ice in it and water, and then we left it in the hot truck in the sun for like 4 or 5 hours. Came back to the truck, opened the lid, the ice was still clinking around, and it was still ice cold. So I will give them the insulation factor.
Let me tell you about the Awala, because you can fill that bad boy with ice and water and take it to a full 90-minute hot yoga class, and there is still ice in it at the end.
Ooh,
so
okay.
It's refreshing water the entire class.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Like I'm sold.
It's fantastic.
I'm getting an Awala in my mouth. Soon.
We're gonna need it with all the ass licking we've promised.
We got a lot of asses to lick and a lot of mouths to French.
Let's not post anything on Instagram.
If it's radio silent, it's because we don't want to tongue punch your fart boxes.
We're never making another episode. This is it.
My number 5 is beeswax candles.
Oh.
Specifically beeswax tea lights. I cannot work anymore unless I have a lit beeswax tea light beside me, no matter where I am. It's a deal breaker. And just like the golden light from beeswax is unlike any other candle you'll ever burn. There's just such a golden, pure light to it. It purifies the air. If you burn,
I didn't know that, but I do love beeswax candles.
If you burn a beeswax candle next to like a petroleum base or even a scented soy candle, the beeswax smoke will start burning black because it's burning the impurities from that other candle.
Ew.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I love that.
So
I just also love the smell of a beeswax candle. It's
me too.
So comforting.
Other candles, I actually find I'm allergic to. Like if there's one in the room, it's like it's very congesting. Beeswax, though, I'm just like I can't get enough of it.
No, it's so good. It's so nice. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good number 5.
And what's your number 5?
My number
Mambo?
5 is my. I struggled.
Okay.
So my number 5 was going to be my halflinger slippers.
Okay.
Which I still stand.
Oh, okay.
But I did they got a hole in the toe where my big toe is on the top, and they're wool. They're like boiled wool slippers.
Boiled wool?
Yeah, and they're not supposed to do that. But I haven't contacted the company yet to see how they'll react.
Okay.
Like if they're going to help me out or not, because I did buy them like a year ago, but still. So I was like, I don't know if I can put this in my top 5.
Okay.
Because what if they like upset me?
Fair.
And then I'm like,
yeah,
encapsulated for life, talking about my love for them. But
we'll have to like touch base about how they respond.
I will.
Because
they will definitely be a fake sponsor because they've got super cute slippers, and they are my favorite. But I'm like a little bit wary of the hole right now. Yeah,
be wary of the hole. But always be wary of the hole.
Good Lord. So instead, I chose, and I struggled again. I was like, do I do my sound machine? Because I do need my sound machine to sleep. But I decided on my XL heating pad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me more.
Just like the biggest heating pad that I have to have at night.
Are you like a lizard on it?
Kind of. It's like I need it to sleep. Basically, like even in the summertime sometimes, just like for my feet, like warm them up in the bed. Or like,
it's really nice to be able to do that.
Or like put it over like your rib cage, or like just your rib cage. Or your back.
Just your rib cage specifically. Oh.
Or I'll lay it on my Dasea's orthopedic pillow. For my tension headache.
I'm sorry. When you get the giggles, it's just like you can't stop them.
Oh my God.
And once again, in the past, we would have paused this and we would have edited the shit out of it. And we're just here and we're real.
How to do that.
We're raw dogging. We're raw dogging this podcast.
Episode.
I'm making notes for...
You might have to edit that out.
Yes, I said raw dog in this podcast. But yeah, and we're just gonna keep on.
We're gonna keep on keeping on. I guess it's not the worst thing we've said we would do this episode.
That's true. That's very true. And I'm making notes already because like we have talked about enough that I think we have enough for like another episode already, and we're not even done this episode. And because I haven't even gotten into so many things, neither of you. I love it. No, yeah. You're like looking at me like,
I'm like, what are you wanting to do right now? Like, let's give them a boyfriend fit episode, okay? It's been 3 years.
Okay, I love that.
Right?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in.
So,
I mean, it has been 3 years. Do we want to catch up on anything else as we go here?
Yeah. Well, okay. So I wanted to tell you the story of my engagement.
I can't believe that you have 2 kids and now you get married.
And a ring on my finger.
Is he a doctor?
Oh, I just love him already. Yeah, so we are engaged. Of course, it's, like we have 2 kids. We already live together. It's like we're already like together. But making the decision to like make it official like that still feels super special. And like, it's like almost in a way it feels, it's kind of nice because we did talk about it for like the whatever almost 5 years that we've been together. Mm-hmm. And it's been like something we're like, okay, like how do we want to work towards this basically?
Yeah.
And like we wanted to be really ready and blah, blah, blah. So I knew we would get engaged.
Okay.
But I didn't know when. But I knew like it would kind of be like I just assumed. Okay, so Simon has this thing like he takes me out on a date once a month.
Oh,
like he plans everything and like gets the sitter. Why did that just happen?
I don't know. Sorry, we still
have a BaKChat ghost.
We're in like I said, our sexologist's apartment. And
her lights are just changing
and
colors.
There's like things like thumping around us and like we both got freaked up with something in the hallway. I'm actually getting kind of chills right now. I'm not even lying.
Well, maybe we have a little visitor.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't say it's a bad visitor though. I think it's a good little visitor.
Yeah.
Probably a fun little visitor.
We'll tell ourselves that as we're like, did you hear that?
I know.
Is this actually happening like as we're recording? What the hell was that?
Did you actually just hear something?
I did. Did you hear that too?
It's an apartment building, Brian.
No, there was like it.
Don't worry. It's an apartment
I love
building.
how you're looking just as scared as I am now. You're like trying to
I'm like,
calm
shut
this down. Okay. We'll just keep going. I just wish that the light would turn back on. We're like sitting here in the dark.
Scared.
Well, yeah, that light just like turned off.
Well, it's...
And we're sitting here in the dark and there's like a hissing sound coming from the patio.
Don't worry. It's just nice people and cats who live here.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Oh, the chill went away though.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's
well,
good.
There you go. Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're okay.
Wow, we were visited.
This is actually a seance. We've
summoned up
things.
something, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so back on track. What are we talking about?
Your engagement.
Oh, yes. Okay,
It's so exciting.
It's so exciting. Ghosts come visit us. Yeah, so basically Simon plans these dates. So obviously every single time we have a date,
Yeah.
I'm like thinking like, is tonight the night? You know? Like,
That's
is today the
so
day?
cute. So you've actually been anticipating this for a while.
Well, I've been like, is it happening? Like, you know, so it's like every time we go
Yeah.
out, I'm like, what are we doing?
Oh,
So this one time, which was not the time I got engaged, by the way, we were gonna go do like a salsa dance.
Oh, at Mango?
No, it was in Robson Square. It was like
Okay.
a big like you know, you can just come and it's like a free lesson and then a dance for
Oh,
like
that's fun.
a few hours. And I was like in my head, I'm like, and he doesn't even know the story, but he probably won't listen to this episode, so it's fine. But I was like so excited. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put my hair back. I'm gonna put like a flower like in my hair, blah blah blah. So I'm like with Shanley, our super fan,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Shout out to
where
Shan.
should I go? Like, and she's like, oh, like for your blessing way, I got you this like really cute that flower crown. Remember that little flower or not flower comb?
Yeah.
Like little comb with like a flower on it, blah blah blah. You pop it in your hair. I was like, oh, that's perfect. Like, where did you get it? Now I'm like kind of hesitating to name the studio that we went to because I feel like they fucked up.
Oh, well
Big
then
time.
don't. Let's not.
So I won't.
You know what? We've already got enough heat to deal with
Yeah.
that we're not editing out.
Let's not add anything.
Let's not
Let's
add
not add
fuel
anything
to
in.
the BaKChat
So
fire.
I'll say flower shop that shan't be named.
Okay.
We went to flower shop that shan't be named.
Okay.
And I was like just, you know, talking to the girl there. She was really nice. And I was like, oh, yeah, like, do you guys do the little flower combs? She's like, yeah, I can do that. And she's like, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, like, this is the situation. It's just a casual date. It's a public salsa. I just want to have something to put in my hair.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, cool. Come back in like 20 minutes. I'm like, great. So I leave. I come back.
Mm-hmm.
And she's made this really gorgeous flower comb.
Okay.
And, you know, it gets rung up.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount appears.
Oh, like it conjured up.
The amount is conjured
a
up.
crazy ass amount.
And it was $80.
$80 for a flower comb
Yeah.
in 2024.
$80. And
In this economy.
I had an out-of-body experience. I tipped 20%, tapped my Visa card, and blacked out.
Like,
I walked out of there with the flower comb. I was like literally like having like a fucking like like, you know, not a PTSD, like a traumatic response. Like I was having like a nervous system dysregulation.
Because you just tapped for $96 for a flower comb.
Yeah, I was like, like I was like, oh my god, thank you, and I like walked out, and I was just like walking on the road with this fucking like thing. I'm gonna pass out. It's like in this like bubble wrapped like thing. She's like, go put it in the fridge. I was like, okay. And I'm like walking down, and Shan had gone to do something else, so I hadn't seen her yet. And I'm walking up to her. She's like, you're like pale as a ghost. Like, what's going on? And I'm like,
I love as soon as you said ghost, like something thumped right above us.
of course, because they're trying to scare us. You can't scare us.
This is like our haunted episode. Not even
it's not even
our
Halloween.
Conjuring episode.
Not even our Conjuring episode. One day we will have a seance episode.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, she's like, you look pale as a ghost. And I'm like, I think I just spent like almost $100 on this fucking thing. And she was like, what? And she's like laughing. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm sick. Like I know, like what am I gonna do? Like I have to go back. Like I can't afford this. Like this is insane. So I like went back and like I was like, I can't afford this. Like I literally was just
Jeez,
like,
lady.
I was like, I did not know it was gonna be this much. Like I was
Yeah.
thinking like 25, 30, because that's what it was for the flower comb that Shanley had got me like a year prior. So I guess inflation really inflated
That's
she was just
really
like, oh,
expensive.
wow, like, you know, like, it's already made, so, like, just not helpful at all, even though I feel like she should have been like, you know what, you're right, we didn't talk about a budget beforehand, that I should have talked about it. Like, yes, I should have brought it up, but, like, I felt like I was giving her the context.
Yeah.
Like, being like, it's a casual date, like, at Robson Square, it's a free dance. Like,
yeah.
I don't need $100 crown. It's not my wedding, for God's sake.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I, like, also was still, like, in fight or flight.
Oh.
So I just, like, froze.
Did you not bring the muscle in with you, like Shan? Did she?
No, she was with me.
Okay.
But
she just watched, like,
I think
from afar?
Yeah, she was just kind of laughing at me. And, like, she was like, that's shitty. That sucks. But then, we, like, walked back to my car. And I'm like, I can't even wear this. Like, I was, like, crying. I was like, just because I was, like, thinking I'm going to get engaged. So I wanted to look extra special.
Yeah.
But I was like, now I'm, like, going to feel like shit. Because I'm, gonna, like, I've got this fucking flower comb that if Simon knew I spent this money on it, he would fucking lose it. It was just like, I was like, oh my God, I just, like, you know, had to accept it. I just had to accept the flower comb. I kind of want to see
a picture of it.
Well, so obviously I didn't get engaged. And so by the end of the date, I was, like, exhausted. Just, like, fully exhausted.
But beautiful.
But at least I looked good, darling. And so I was like, you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dry it.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day maybe I can wear it at my wedding. And it will be, like, my something old.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, like, maybe it will fit into my hair somehow or something. And
there you go.
You know, like yeah. And then it will be worth the $100.
Yeah, to wear some flower carcasses on your big day, sure. You tell yourself what you need to.
This is what we're going to do, Brian. I'll, like, put it on, like, his suit or something. I don't even know. But so it's in my closet right now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But it was the whole thing.
I want to see it, but
I'm going to show it to you.
I don't want it for my birthday.
It might show up where you least expect.
I know, just like us.
The tale of the traveling flower crown.
So I still have. There's like, did we talk about the doll on this podcast?
Oh yes, the doll.
Yeah, the doll is with me
today
in my possession. Yes.
Oh my God!
Oh, not right now. No, not as we speak.
Oh my God! I was like, are you going to plant it in her house?
It made it back to Canada with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God, okay.
That was one of the things I took back from New Jersey.
Okay. Right.
I made a point of it, although I still have a whole closet full of things there that we'll have to address one day.
Oh God! Like, I'm sending a truck.
I'm gonna send a truck. Yes. But yeah. That's crazy.
Oh my gosh, the little doll. Oh God.
The little doll. Yeah. So
I love the doll though.
The doll's adorable. Yeah, we love the doll, but I feel like the flower comb is its own entity that's going to make it. It
has like some kind of power at this point, so it just have to accept it.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean,
but at least now I actually am engaged, and I don't have to wonder if I'm getting engaged anymore because I think that was a bit stressful.
Well, okay, it sounds like it was like there was some good anticipation building up to it, but then now I'm feeling the stress coming off of you.
Well, and at one point, when I guess like Simon already knew, he had the ring in his possession, but I didn't know. And he was also like knew what he was going to do because he did it at like my favorite park in Comox at the Philberg. And like it was when I was not expecting it. So it was like very special. But I was like, it was one day where I was like, I just had enough. And I was like, I can't like be here like waiting, not knowing, like so stressful. And he was just like laughing at me. And I was like just having a moment. And,
okay, that's adorable.
Yeah, he was like, he told me later that he contemplated in that moment, like just reaching over and like pulling out the ring. And being like, because I was like, and you know, like I started like telling him all the things like he's not doing right or whatever.
Oh my
like,
goodness. Okay, this turned into...
like I was like, why don't you have your school application done? It shouldn't take this long.
So it all came out with this.
It all came
out.
It all came out.
It turned into a therapy session for you, though.
It did. It was therapeutic. And a therapeutic flower crown. It was a full moon, so it was exactly what needed to happen.
I love it. And now we're making our way to. It's going to be a new moon soon.
Yeah. we're on our way.
Yeah, like I'm within days. I've got it on my watch here. Like I track
cute.
it. Yeah, so it's like we're almost new.
Aw, your
Yeah.
little AI watch. Does it still record you sleep?
It does, but I don't have that app anymore.
Oh.
So this one actually takes your blood oxygen content.
Oh, I really liked when you recorded your sleep.
Oh, like the sounds and stuff.
Yes.
That was just on my iPhone.
Did you? Fuck, I really wanted to play that for BaKChat. That one message that you sent me of the sleep, like the idea that you had.
Oh.
I have it saved.
Oh, that was just a voice note, wasn't it?
That was a voice note that you did, but you were half awake.
Oh, yeah. And that wasn't that long ago, though.
No, it was not long ago.
Yeah, it was something about like a song or something.
You were
or...
like, I was the idea. It was like, I was like, hey, who's this possessed Brian?
I'm like mumbling at like 2 a.m. But you know how many good ideas like you sit upright with, like in the middle? Or am I the only
true.
one?
No,
and I
it's
just
true.
wish like, but I'm too out of it to like grab a pen.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to just like feel around and just like mumble something into the microphone.
You're like, hey Siri, record this.
And also like when you're used to like sleeping next to someone else that like you don't want to disturb their sleep. Like you can't just sit up. Like I watch like, you know, you hear about Taylor's creative process and she's like, I just sat up at 2:30 in the morning and went to the piano and played it and wrote it for the rest of the night. And I was like, yeah, you can tell you're single.
Just another boy to write about, Taylor.
Yeah, in air quotes, boy, yeah. I'm a galer.
A killer.
Yeah. There's a few camps out there. And you would have to do more to convince me that she's straight these days, if anything.
You think she might be lesbian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cute. I could actually see that for her.
Or at least like a little, there's definitely, she's on the spectrum of like being more like into women than men, I think.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Hot take.
And everyone's like, but what about Travis? And she wrote this song about him. I was like, actually, she told us all that she wrote Torture's Poets Department like 2.5 years ago.
Oh.
Before like she even knew he existed. And
is he still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he like has actually made an appearance on the Eras tour at this point.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like just one of those things where it's like y'all know that she like released the album Midnight. It's like she teased the preview of it during an NFL game, and we were all like, "Huh?" And like that's when she first signed the contract with the NFL.
Oh, right. Okay.
And like Travis Kelce, there was like 8 different possibilities of who it would be.
Right.
And her team chose the best one with the best branding and like the best potential, and like it's just everything you see is so fabricated and pre-planned, and everyone just falls for it. Like it's
I don't even
real.
know this story.
Oh yeah,
I don't even know the story.
Anything that you see about Taylor Swift in the public eye is because Taylor Swift wants you to see it.
Okay, so she's like a megalomaniac behind the scenes.
100%. Yeah.
But you love her so much.
I love her so much. Yeah.
You're like, she's crazy.
She is, but she's wonderful. Like I said, I feel like we grew up together.
It gets darker.
It gets darker. It gets darker as we go.
Oh my god.
So anyways, when's the wedding?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Are you feeling like a winter wedding, like a fall wedding?
I don't even know like what kind of bride I am. Like I'm like, I feel like I might be like a more like I don't like stress.
Okay.
So I feel like a wedding, and I don't like expensive things.
So a winter wedding, winter wedding is out then, because I feel like those can be really, really spenny.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to do that. Like, if anything, I think it'll be
wedding, unless it's like
like I would do a fall wedding or something.
That would be gorgeous.
I think Simon is like might be starting his master's next fall, so that might not work because it would be kind of hard to start your master's.
I'm just trying to think to the most like relaxing weddings that I've been to, and there have been a few, despite what you think about weddings. Most of us. And I think they involved, honestly, I think the most relaxing one I ever went to was like a destination wedding.
Oh yeah, well that makes sense.
Yeah, but that's just
because
like,
it's small. Like I think we would have a small wedding for sure. Like I wouldn't have a big fat wedding. You know?
Would you do like a destination wedding on like the island, or an island?
Oh yeah, I would maybe do that. We've talked about that because we kind of have like talked about getting married at the Philbrook Park, which is where we got engaged.
I think we've got a winner.
I know.
That just felt right. As soon as you said that,
I know, right?
I felt it
in my hometown.
My intuition,
chimed in. She's listening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have talked about that, but I just don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Well,
we'll see.
There's no gun to your head right now.
Like, because then we have to think about like accommodations for everybody.
Yeah.
Which I feel like would be stressful.
Well, no, you don't though.
Do you not?
No. Like, people are adults. They can.
That's true.
You just be like, be here at this time in this area.
Yeah.
People know how to use.
That's true.
That magic AI box.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you could maybe point out like some ideas,
like,
or
right,
things like that. But I would, as far as like, yeah, no one really worries about accommodations though. They're like, any weddings I've been to, they're like, we're getting married here. Here are some potential places you can stay.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have to put people up.
Okay, well maybe we'll revisit that option then.
It would be kind of fun though if like a lot of people like rented like a big like
I know,
nice,
well
fun
totally
house.
Like if I know it would be
like
cute,
that'd be a lot of fun. I would be down for that. Yeah. So who gets to be the flower girl, me or Ziggy?
You guys can walk together. You can help her because she probably won't want to on the day.
100%.
We were at the peony and she like was like wanted to ride the pony, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, okay.
And this was yesterday.
Okay. And it was exhausting, by the way. Like, absolutely exhausting.
When I heard you say that yesterday, I was just like, you couldn't pay me.
No,
like, you could not pay me.
Like, I ate a hot doggle.
A hot doggle?
It was like a pretzel with a hot dog in the middle.
I thought you were just going to say hot dog, and I've heard I love a peony hot dog.
I love a hot dog. I'm a very classic eater. I'm not like super adventurous when it comes to eating. This is something I've accepted about myself.
And well, a hot doggle just sounds like it's going to disappoint you.
Well, it was actually pretty good. It was just like a pretzel dough wrapped around a hot dog.
Just the way you said it, though, you did not sell it.
Well, I guess, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst.
Okay.
I put mustard on it.
That
made it better.
Love a good mustard. I'm hungry.
And the soft serve. The soft serve is always good.
Okay.
The twisty cone.
Yeah.
I do like that. And we had like, mini donuts, which are not as good. And Simon is always upset because his original faves aren't invited back, blah, blah, blah.
What happened to them?
They didn't get like re-signed after like however many years with the Peony. They just like didn't have them back.
They lost their whole contract.
And they were like the best one. Yeah, they lost their whole contract.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then like having two toddlers who are just like, Ziggy gets very overwhelmed in crowds in particular. Like, she's gets very easily overwhelmed. So like, and then she starts like melting down. So it was like a bit much at times. But yeah, so she really wanted to ride this pony. And so I'm like, okay, like, are you sure you want to ride the pony? She's like, yeah, So we're like in the line waiting for to ride the pony.
Yeah.
I pay the $10. And we're like, wow, look at all the glitter on its butt. Like, And then like as soon as it's her turn, she just like clings to me. She's like, no. And she doesn't want to ride the fucking pony. And I'm like, come on.
She's like,
baby.
mind change.
Yeah, changes her mind. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess we're not doing it because I'm not going to hold up the line like trying to get her to get on this pony.
Well, yeah.
And then so we left, and then like 5 minutes later, she's like, I want to ride the pony. I'm ready now. I'm ready to ride the pony. So I was like, hey, Simon, you take her.
Yeah.
So he takes her to the pony thing, waits in the lineup again, like talks to the person. He's like, we've already paid, but she didn't go. Like, they were like, yeah, of course, go through. And of course she doesn't do it again. Like, loses her mind.
What are you gonna do?
But then like gets upset 5 minutes later, like wants to ride the pony. It's just like,
and then Rex is just like hanging out, just chill.
Yeah, Rex was like freaking going all over the place. Like, I don't even know what he was doing. He was being crazy, as per usual.
Well, it's a fun place though for kids, but not for parents. Maybe not for Ziggy
really,
all the time.
Like, Simon's like, it's my Christmas, and I'm like, well, why does your Christmas suck? It's like his family tradition, so they've been doing it for like however many, since he was can remember.
And the same day.
Like the
particular.
peony, like just like going to the peony for however many years,
okay.
40 years, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that's really cute though.
Yeah, so he's like continuing. We saw the super dogs.
And what do you mean by like his Christmas?
Like for him, it's like he gets excited for the peony.
Yeah.
In the way that I get excited for Christmas.
Oh, okay. I didn't have context there. Yeah. So I was like, is this like a cultural thing? Is this like
it's a cultural thing.
Oh, I was like, is this like Lunar New Year or like I had to clarify. And if you don't ask questions, you never know.
I love Christmas. I love Christmas.
Yes,
I'm Christmas with a capital K.
Okay. I knew you loved it, but not that much.
I love Christmas.
I knew, actually,
I'm hosting it this year.
I should have known that you loved it as much as you do.
Yeah.
If you look back into our episodes and our Instagram, I remember you forcing me to wear Christmas
Jingle
lights
bells.
on my head.
Oh yeah.
And ears and like to take photos. And I was like, I don't want to take any
You
more pictures. And
forced
you're
me.
like, so yeah, you were basically like the Bill Cosby of Instagram that day.
Is that even allowed, that joke?
I said no, and you
I
wouldn't take
said
it for an
no.
answer. Yeah, that joke's allowed because guess what? It's our show.
We can say a lot of things.
If you don't like it, we won't lick your ass.
Line up. Oh my God.
Lord love a duck.
Yeah. That was the peony, as I call it.
The peony. I like that. I like the peony.
The
I can't
peony.
wait to be a co-flower girl with Ziggy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It would be
Oh, we're
cute.
going to be adorable.
You have to keep your bleach for that.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll be more of like a, yeah. Or maybe
Pink.
I'll re-bleach though, because like this is wreaking havoc. Like my hair breaks off when I brush it at me right now.
Yeah, that's
you
a
know?
problem. That's not
Yeah.
good.
So
That's not good.
it's just like it fries it.
Yeah, it does. I remember I was like a bleach queen. I loved the bleach. I lived
Yeah.
for the bleach
Yeah.
for a very long time.
But did you not let it grow out in between, or did you always just like?
Well, I had longer hair.
Okay.
Like remember I had like platinum blonde
Yeah.
hair.
Oh yeah.
And I used to bleach it myself like over and over again. I can't even believe that.
Wow. Okay.
know.
I mean, that's impressive though.
I know. I don't know how my hair survived, honestly. All the things I've done.
I'm
to it.
just like feeling mine right now. It's like when it gets wet. That's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
It's like
I
it
know,
doesn't
it's
even feel like
gross.
hair.
Yeah.
It feels like this wet
Gummy.
mat of something.
It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
gummy is
Yeah.
exactly it.
Yeah, it's because the hair is like fucked.
And I'm going through a lot of purple shampoo and conditioner.
Yeah.
Purple Rain. Remember that,
Rain
Krista?
all up in you. Oh my God. Wow.
Did that bring back memories? Because it's in my shower right now. I love
Good
it.
heavens.
Speaking of heavens,
Yes.
it might be time for a little
It's in the stars, baby.
I have wanted to say that for so long. It's just been like aching deep within me.
Deep within your bones.
Yeah, and
An astrological aching.
it was a bone I didn't even know I had in me until it started aching.
Oh.
Yeah,
God.
here we
Okay,
go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So today we've got a fun thing because
Your kids.
we are doing
if
this
you-
on the fly.
We are doing it on the fly. And if
Sometimes it's more fun that way.
you've got kids like Krista does, they're heading back to school this time of year.
That's right.
So we thought it would be really funny to do our own interpretation of what the star signs might look like if they were in your stereotypical high school
school.
environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the high school we grew up in.
Yeah. So
Not
think
today's
that
high school. We
think
can't
like-
speak on that.
we can't really speak to that because we're not schoolologists.
We're not schoolologists and we're not teenologists.
We don't work in that field.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, but we are professional astrologists.
Yes.
We've always toted ourselves on that because we graduated from BaKChat University.
That's right.
So we do know a thing or two.
That's a real accreditation.
It really is. It doesn't get realer than that.
Yeah.
More real? Realer.
Realer.
Realer. Realer, man. Realer.
Don't forget to talk from the gonads.
Oh, right. Oh, the gonads. Is that what you call them?
We have other names for her.
Edamame.
Warbler.
The hard bean. The singing shrouded lady.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay.
Let's stick to
The
that.
Pink Pony Club. No, too far.
Too far.
Okay.
Don't bring Chapel into this.
It's hard to not bring her into anything. But so think like in terms of high school. Think Mean Girls High School.
Okay, all right.
Before I walked out of the musical. By the
Okay.
way, still love Mean Girls, the whole
Before
franchise.
I walked out of the musical.
And the best thing, just to kind of backtrack on BaKChat a little bit,
Okay.
was the merch. I have like a hat that says Fetch.
Oh,
and
the merch from the musical.
yeah, it
Oh,
was
that's
like
cute.
it was the best merch, and honestly, quite a
You're
good time.
like, well, you spent all this money on the merch and then got your money back for the ticket. It
Oh
worked
yeah,
out.
I made it like a bandit, didn't I?
You really did.
Yeah, it's funny. It's just like money bukkake. The second
Someone
you open
needs
your
to
mouth,
arrest you.
literally, the second you open your mouth, money just falls on your face.
Oh God.
Money bukkake.
That's
That's
why
the
they call it the
theme
money shot.
for. Oh, yes, that's exactly why.
You open your mouth and carrot peelings. Just right there.
Ah, I love it. We love ourselves a good cash bukkake here on BaKChat. And speaking of cash bukkake,
Add that to the list of things that we will accept.
Before or after we eat their ass?
After.
Okay. Oh, we didn't talk. So for each listener that wins, are we going to just like rock, paper, scissors? Who takes what end? Because apparently...
Yeah, how are we going to do this?
I think...
We'll need a lineup. We'll need a venue.
We will need to... I think we just show up at their house and surprise them.
Surprise!
Be
We're here to eat your ass. Be like,
yeah,
I don't want it.
And we'll be like,
yes, you do.
Yes, you do. You know, you're asking for it with how you're dressed. And then we can
You've
do
never looked gayer.
And we can do a surprise check-in because then we can tell if they've been using the tushy and proper oral hygiene.
We'll make a final decision. Why is this getting so gross
and creepy?
I hate us at 11 p.m.
Me too.
It's
honestly,
too late.
though, we have never recorded this late ever.
No, we've
Ever.
recorded later.
No.
We've recorded later.
Oh.
What about that one episode where we were like completely hammered by the end of it, and it like literally trails off in a
that was still
giggles.
done before like 10 p.m.
No.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, we were on
we
a
need a
tight
fact checker.
schedule. So, speaking of fact checkers, what would Aries be in your conventional Mean Girls era stereotypical high school? That's not really high school anymore.
Yeah. To me, like the Aries would be like the person who would like pull the fire alarm.
Okay.
You know?
Maybe start a small fire in a garbage can.
Give the principal the finger.
They're like totally going to be like the snowboarder or the skateboarder.
Heavy
you know?
eyeliner.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially on the under and eye and the waterline.
Mm-hmm. And then
you
some
know?
kind of like not quite a gothy look, but like I don't know,
A little bit of like a punky, like
a popular chic gothy look. There we go. But they're not quite full Avril. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like there's still like there's a little trash in there maybe.
There's a little, but there's also a little cheerleader.
A little trash, a little cheerleader.
Yeah,
Totally.
a little trash leader.
A little bit slutty.
A little slutty.
Remember that thing that was like, my sister dresses like a Floosy? I think it was like a Lay's commercial.
Oh, I do remember
Where it was
that.
like something where it was like, get your kid to shut the fuck up with a chip or something, you know. Welch's. I don't know.
And you'd probably buy it now.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm sold. So going back to high school, now I'm just thinking of Avril.
Ah, so good.
And you know who else has made a great comeback
Simon
lately?
and I actually we both do Avril Lavigne as one of our karaoke songs.
Which song?
I'm With You.
Okay.
Simon likes to do You Make Me So Hot, Make Me Wanna Jump,
Oh.
So Ridiculous.
Yeah, the album that was produced by Chad Kruger.
Oh,
Wah, wah. But also, you know who's made the biggest comeback we need to talk about next time?
Who?
Kesha.
Oh.
She has just exploded. She's free now. She's out of that contract and like that whole record deal with the guy that like SA'd her. And she's just like glowing and she looks better than ever. Her music is better than ever, I think.
Oh, wow.
Her stage presence, like I think we're almost going to get a $sign back in her name.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
okay.
but we'll talk about that another time.
We'll talk about her another day.
Because we have to determine what Taurus would be in back to school season.
Okay. So to me, Taurus would be like, I don't know, kind of like loner stoner,
and a little bit, yeah, like kind of like in kind of a cool, cute way, like kind of like bookwormy, you know?
kind of like bookworm, or like just kind of like,
but not like
nerdy, but not like, but in the hot way.
Yeah, exact hot nerd, yeah, not like bottle glass, like BO. But more just like, you know, more just like,
oh my God.
I'm just going to be cool here with my book.
Nerds with BO. Fuck. Why is that such an actual thing?
It is. I don't know. I know,
Basic
right? Look at us. We can't even be mean girls talking about, we're both like, aw.
Someone help a guy out.
Okay, what about Gemini?
Okay, Gemini.
I feel like Gemini would be like a cheerleader. But also like a cheerleader and then also like the winner of the spelling bee.
Oh, because
yeah.
They're very intellectual.
Yeah, or...
They can remember so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like definitely like creative interests, I would say.
But then they're also probably right next to Aries pulling the fire alarm.
That's true. And could also be like that one teacher that you had who like some days would be like so cool and nice, and then other days would like come to the classroom and just be like, like shut the fuck up, and like just be such a dick, and you're like, what the fuck happened to my cool teacher?
They got triggered by a Gemini. That's exactly what happened to them.
They were a Gemini.
Gemini is the teacher triggers. And what about our Cancers?
Okay, Cancer.
I feel like they're the ones that like hold down the table. Like they're the ones that you look for in the lunchroom before you sit down.
Kind of like the center of the friend group.
Yeah, like the anchor in the lunchroom.
Yeah.
You look for them.
They've got like the mom energy, so they're always like kind of like taking care, making sure everyone's taken care.
And they're always in class. When you get there, they're always like there in the spot that they should be in.
Totally. But they also like spread rumors like wildfire.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. They
like
might.
Whatever you tell them, they'll be like whispering it within 5 minutes.
Oh, like there's like behind that preppy veneer of stability, there's a little gossip Gertie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well we got them pegged.
I think apparently.
I'm just
pegging is extra.
Pegging is extra. I'm just like trying to like remember that we're talking about people going back to school. I'm just like, what is wrong with us? Who chose this topic?
I don't know. It's too late for us to be doing this. We're really just we're riffing here. Leo, so don't get mad at us.
We're riffing, yeah, like hardcore. Leo, captain of the cheerleader team.
Captain. Okay.
Is the cheerleader teams have a captain?
I would see like ringleader for like the popular group.
For sure. Yeah. I think that comes part and parcel with like the cheerleader team, right?
Cheerleaders weren't really a thing in my high school.
Okay.
Were they a thing in your high school?
No.
Like people did cheer was what it was called.
But there wasn't like cheer lead.
No.
Okay.
Like it was like an extracurricular.
Okay.
I don't even know where they did it or when.
It's kind of a weird thing when you think about the whole cheerleader culture. It's huge in the US.
Yeah. In the US it is really big.
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah, definitely. Captain of the cheer team.
Yeah.
Also probably like really big in the drama scene.
I was gonna say like I could see them like maybe being kind of one of the ringleaders in the drama club.
They'd be the headliner of the talent show.
Yeah.
In fact, Leo would con a tourist into producing the talent show just so that the Leo could be on stage.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. No set deck for Leo.
No, definitely not.
No.
What about Virgo?
Okay, Virgo, I just feel like doesn't wear brand names.
No.
Brings a healthy lunch.
Always. In a brown paper.
Arrives on time.
Still brings the brown paper bag lunch.
Totally. Glasses for sure.
Yeah.
Kind of nerdy, but doesn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But maybe nerdy
like probably like listening to their like iPod,
Mm-hmm.
Like not caring what all these people are doing.
100%. Like that is literally Virgo.
Yeah.
And I just, for some reason.
And like getting A's,
And they have a banana with like just starting to brown spot.
People ask this Virgo to tutor. They're like, can you tutor me? And Virgo's like, no.
Yeah. As they put their Tupperware container back in their backpack from their sandwich.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Virgo's like, I just had my sandwich. Go back to yours.
And they wear like climate action now t-shirts and stuff.
Yes.
Right?
I can just see it. Yeah. I can see the globe. Like the globe with the lines on it.
Earth Day 1995.
That's it. Earth Day. They made the Earth Day poster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yes.
They put it up.
They're leading the charge in planting the trees around the school.
Yeah, which is kind of nice though.
Totally.
Like I like
Thanks,
that.
Virgo.
Yeah, you know what, Virgos, we owe it to you. Libra.
Okay.
Back to school for Libra.
To me, Libra is like the kind of like hot fun teacher.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know, maybe your music teacher,
or maybe like even a fun like
English, creative writing.
Yeah, that could also like double down and like do a science class once in a while just to surprise everyone.
Totally.
Yeah.
Could like sub in.
Totally. Yeah. How many times have we seen totally?
And if it's a guy, it like maybe later in their career, it comes out that made out with a student once or twice.
We haven't got to Scorpio yet.
No, I have other plans for Scorpio.
Okay. I'd say if it's a guy or a girl, honestly, on the Libra side.
Actually, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Any
All
of-
right.
any
We
of the
won't-
above.
We won't. It could be anything.
That's going to get real dark real quick. Okay, so Scorpio. Also, okay, Scorpio's hot principal.
We're talking teens, you guys, not children.
They're still children.
Well, listen, with shows like Euphoria around, are
man.
they?
Well, that's true. That okay,
So basically,
true.
you're watching teen porn.
But are we thinking like now? Well, they're all like 25.
I know,
first of
but
all, on
they're
that show.
they're playing teenagers, so
I
it's
know.
like, why do we even want to
Well,
watch
we
it?
know
It's
better.
fucking weird, right?
Well, yeah, you know what? It is strange.
It is
Actually, I
weird.
was just talking about this with my current roommate, and we were talking about Saltburn. First of
Oh,
all,
yeah,
that's
okay.
its own conversation.
Yeah,
And then that brought up like the movie Call Me by Your Name.
right,
And then there's that scene with the peach, the famous peach scene in that movie.
right.
And I was just like talking about that. And so she's like a huge Saltburn fan and loved it. And
Right.
for me, watching it, I was just like, I feel like the antagonist in this movie was being queer.
Okay.
If you watched it from a non-artsy lens and just like were to like just bluntly look at it.
Right.
And then she saw it completely differently. And so I was interested to see what she thought about the Call Me by Your Name scene.
Right.
Yeah. And we didn't see it the same either. Because to me, it was just
Oh.
kind of weird. The whole, like, I'm going to jerk off with a peach and, like, I'm this age. But she was just like, well, that's what they do at that age. Like, she was just, like, unbothered by it and was just, like, looking into the depth of it. And it was just very interesting to
That's funny. I did not like Saltburn.
Okay, I loved it aesthetically.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah, sure.
I loved, like, how they did, like, the costume party.
To me, there was absolutely zero
It's
substance in
fabulous.
that movie.
It's there, but you really have to. What bothered me is just like I said, it was really easy to see the antagonist as being different or queer.
Yeah, I don't know. It was. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, we could probably get into it, but
that
I'm
could
like,
be its whole other episode.
we're doing It's in the Stars right now.
So like, okay, so that was so Scorpio.
Okay, so to me, Scorpio would be like the art teacher or the art kind of, art person who's like really good at art. They do really good art, but they like hate everybody. And like when you walk by, they're like, like a cat.
Or like the hot principal. I still think hot principal.
You think hot principal?
Scorpio could be hot principal as well.
Oh my God, more like scary principal.
Yes, but kind of hot, kind of scary. Scorpio's
I
also.
could see as a counselor.
Scorpio's also like the goth kid.
Yeah.
Totally.
The vampire.
Like
kid.
the real goth kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like that. Not like what Aries is trying to look like a little bit.
Yeah.
Scorpio's like full on in.
Yeah, that's
Scorpio's
true.
like
Scorpio brings their pet rat to school.
For sure.
Named Jean Chrétien.
Jean Chrétien. Same way. Wow, does the rat have Bell's palsy as well? I was thinking of, can you imagine a little rat with its like half of its little mouth like drooping
I'm sure
down?
a lot of them do.
All his little whiskers on one side. Oh, that would be cute. May he rest in peace.
Did he die?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's not with us anymore.
My
He died a while
first
ago.
boyfriend had a rat named Jean Chrétien. That's why I said it.
I thought you were going to say your first boyfriend had Bell's palsy.
No. That's not funny, Brian.
It's not funny. It happens to people.
It does.
Yeah, I know.
Justin Bieber got it.
Yeah. I mean, that's from Lyme disease. Like, people got to be careful.
Yeah.
Nobody took me seriously when I lived on the East Coast about, like, the seriousness of, like, what ticks could give you. And that's another episode as well.
Yeah, here we go into a tangent again.
Sagittarius. Definitely, like, prom queen.
Prom queen.
Prom queen, 100%.
For sure. Okay.
They're the ones
like,
that...
But, like, Sagittarius are kind of like, they don't love the spotlight like that.
They low-key love it. Like, they're going to act like they hate it, but they probably voted for themselves.
Like, right. Like, they'll be, like, kind of, like, so surprised. They'll be like, what? Me? Oh, my gosh. You guys, really? I don't want to go up there. I don't want to go up there. But then they do, and they're like, like,
it's exactly
so true.
That's like Sagerific.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're also
I'll give
like
it to you.
they also are the ones that like Sagittarius is the reason that like the Scorpio and maybe the Libra teachers like would make out with a student.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
Sagittarius is also like the bridge between like the cool kids and like the less cool, like, you know, like the cool group.
Yeah.
And then like there's like more like the other types of groups, like the stoners or like the skateboarders or whatever. Like Sagittarius is like the link.
Yeah, they kind of bridge them together.
Yeah.
I love this.
Because they don't, you know, subscribe to like sticking to one type of person.
Love it.
Good for you, Sagittarius.
Good for you, Sag. You keep on sagging. Capricorn.
Capricorn. Okay, so to me, the Capricorn is the hot principal.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And also very strict.
I mean, gotta follow those rules. You make sure that skirt is below the knee.
Ew, what is this, Mormon school?
I don't know. You know how us Catholic girls can be.
Oh, God. It's getting late.
It is getting late. By the way, we legit, I know you want to fight me on this, but we have not recorded this late ever.
I'm going to still fight you on it, but
you're too
not
tired.
That hard.
All right. Aquarius. Going back to high school.
Okay. I think like tech nerd.
Oh, 100%. Like they were leading like the computer science.
Or like band nerd.
In fact, like when the computer science teacher like was sick, Aqua subbed in for the day.
Like I can't be a representative for the Aquarius when it comes to tech. I think most Aquarius, especially like, you know, are pretty like tech savvy or drawn to it.
Yeah. But I mean, we're talking sun sign though here, right? So yeah, just sun sign. We're not taking into consideration all of the nuance of a full chart. This is true. Like when you listen to us as professional astrologists here on BaKChat,
you need to be able to take this into consideration.
Yeah, and we would not be the professionals that we're renowned for worldwide did we not give disclaimers.
That's right.
Yeah, because our accreditation demands it of us. And it's our cross to bear.
That's right.
Yeah.
Our burden.
Our burden. Yeah. Hold on. Our cross to bear, is that a Jesus reference? Did I literally just realize that? I was today years old.
No, you're not.
I've seriously.
What's wrong with you?
The cross that I bear. I don't know. I just like.
Duh. What other cross would it be, Brian?
I don't know.
The cross, Brian.
I just thought it was like, you know, someone's cross. You know, he's very cross today.
Oh my God, no.
Like, wow. This is
cross,
like
Brian, like the
not like hot cross buns.
Not hot cross bun, babe.
Yeah, wow.
The official cross of Christ.
Yeah, wow. Okay, but
take that in stride.
The late JC, also may he rest in peace, and quit popping out in April.
We love a good pop out.
We love a good comeback story.
Apparently. We'll talk about that next time.
Pisces, going back to high school.
Pisces, okay. Pisces to me would be like...
Don't yawn into the microphone, Krista.
Sorry, it's getting late. Pisces would be like the one who like shows up with a really unique style. Like, you know, like really artsy, like maybe makes their own outfits.
100%. And they would also be that like that art teacher that kind of flows into the classroom, and she's all just like
who would be like, children, let's start with a meditation.
Yes.
Before we write or whatever.
And next time on our next episode, speaking of, I'll tell you about the time Alanis Morissette guided me through my own meditation.
Okay, we've all seen the video, Brian. You've only shared it like 51 times.
I had to. It was exciting.
It is exciting.
But going back to Pisces, and they would smell like they're the ones that would actually like you would like they're the ones who sort of like scent trends.
Yeah, or like it would be like almost kind of like a hippy dippy. Like she would like give like daisies to people, like hi, and then put like a daisy in your hair.
But that would be the people like people would open their yearbook in 20 years and they would have kept that flower.
Totally,
you know,
like pressed in the pages.
Yeah, so there's a little Pisces pressed in everyone's yearbook.
Aw.
Cute. Yeah. Oh, that was cute. So endearing.
That was good, because sometimes we can be harsh on Pisces for some reason.
I don't know why. It's because
they're the last ones.
We just like they're asking for it for how they react.
The way they dress. They're asking for it.
They're just
the way they react. It's true. Well, they get so riled up.
They do, and we just can't help it because like we just have to swoop in there, and we're like we kind of love it when you cry. It's a kink. What can we say?
Brian's got a mean streak. Apparently, kinks of BaKChat include ass eating, pegging, I guess kissing,
yeah, well, Frenching.
Licking.
Hold on, full on French though.
Frenching.
Yeah, and we could go
there was
on.
Something else.
Raw
dogging.
I think that caps it all up.
Yeah, that really encapsulates this whole boyfriend fit episode.
Oh man, the boyfriend fit episode.
We
is
hope
like,
you enjoyed it.
We really do, because we
still like us.
We gave it our all today.
Yeah, we gave it all we had.
We showed up. It's currently 11:24 where we are Pacific time. Chris is a mom of 2.
Yeah.
And I just have a lot on the go.
She doesn't even go here.
Oh, man.
Brian has a lot of feelings.
I do have a lot of feelings, and I'm trying not to eat them. So in the meantime, if you are eating anything, just make sure that you keep your teeth clean and your balloon knots washed. And I think that wraps it up for this episode of BaKChat. I'm Brian.
I'm Krista.
And together we're BaKChat.